Have you ever opened a message from a client and felt that little jolt in your stomach before you even read it? Not because they did anything wrong, but because you immediately wondered whether you'd have to give more than you actually had. Give it a number from 1 to 10. How often does that tension hit you? Share that in the comments. Just name it. Your body already did. Hey, friends, I'm Sandy Bartlett, and this is Journey to Self Power Beyond People Pleasing, the place where women stop running their business from fear, pressure, and guilt and start leading with clarity, truth, and power. Today, we're talking about the boundaries that feel the heaviest client boundaries, not the policies, not the systems, not the office hours, but the emotional truth underneath why it feels so hard to say, this is what I'm available for, and this is what I'm not. Before we go any further, let's pause because the cards that came forward for this episode couldn't be more perfect. The Nine of Swords jumped out first, the card of worry, not the loud kind, the quiet, buzzing kind that sits in your chest before you even know why. This is the worry that shows up the second a boundary might get tested. The worry that tells you, don't disappear her, don't make this awkward, don't be the reason someone feels upset. It's the old wiring, the wiring you've carried for decades. The wiring that tries to convince you it's safer to give in than stand firm. But then the second card arrived, the Page of Cups, the whisper of intuition, the gentle nudge that says, you already know what feels off. You already know what your limit is. You already know what's yours to hold and what's not. The Page of Cups is that spark of self-trust rising in you. The part of you learning to lead from truth instead of fear. The part of you that senses a boundary long before your mind talks you out of it. Together, these cards are showing you something powerful. The worry isn't the enemy. The worry is the signal. It's your body saying, your intuition is speaking, don't silence it. If you've ever felt that knot in your stomach when a client crosses a line, if you've ever talked yourself out of saying no because you didn't want to seem unkind, if you've ever ignored your intuition because you didn't want to rock the boat, these cards are asking you to stop abandoning your inner knowing to protect someone else's comfort. Your intuition is your leadership. Your boundaries are your truth. And your business becomes lighter the moment you trust both. You know, there's a moment I still remember from my early coaching years. My phone lit up late at night, and it was a client. Nothing dramatic, nothing urgent, just a tiny message. But before I even opened it, my body responded. My stomach tightened, my chest braced, my mind jumped straight into over-responsibility. What does she need? How fast do I need to respond? What if she thinks I don't care? What if she feels ignored? That moment taught me something I wish I'd known sooner. My fear wasn't about the boundary. It was about the story I'd attached to holding it. Because when you've spent a lifetime avoiding disappointment, your leadership gets tangled up with the guilt. That's what women carry into business. This belief that if a client needs something, you must bend to prove you care. But here's the truth, and it might land deep. You're not responsible for how a client feels about your boundary. You're responsible for the clarity that's underneath it. Every time you say yes when you mean no, your energy drains, your resentment grows, and your business becomes heavier than it has to be. And that heaviness, It doesn't come from clients. It comes from abandoning yourself one small decision at a time. This is why boundaries feel emotional, not logistical, not strategic, emotional. They ask you to lead yourself before you lead anyone else. Think about the last time a client reached out unexpectedly. What was your first reaction? Did your mind race ahead into solving mode? Did you brace for disappointment? Did you feel pressure to respond instantly? Did you assume you did something wrong? Entrepreneurship doesn't create your reactions. It exposes the ones you learned long before you ever built the business. Just notice the automatic story your mind tells the moment a client needs something. That story is where your boundaries begin. So, for your inner reflection, ask yourself, where do your boundaries wobble the most? Is it in your response time? Maybe requests outside your scope? Discounting your worth? Doing just a little extra so no one's disappointed? Name it, not to judge it, but to liberate yourself from it. Today's quote is from Audre Lorde. Nothing will change for the better until you do. Not by working harder, but by honoring your limits. Inside Journey to Self, the Awakening, women learn to lead without guilt, to set boundaries that feel clean, to speak truth without fear, and to run their business without running themselves into the ground. It's where leadership becomes lighter because you stop carrying what isn't yours. And right now, the membership is free for the first 50 women or until January 15th, 2026. And everyone who joins now is going to be grandfathered into premium when tiers are implemented on January 15th. If your leadership is rising, this is where it strengthens. Try this sentence with one client this week. I'm not available for that, but here's what I can do. It's clear, it's neutral, no apologies, and no guilt. One breath that changes everything. You don't have to bend to be valued. You just have to stand in your truth. Until next time, be true to you.